Hello class, this is Mr. Sims. We are on page 40 of your student book, and in today's lesson we're going to start looking at word problems that involve two-step equations. So I'm just going to go through this. When solving any word problems, it's important to remember our close reading. Okay, this is probably the most important piece. Reading for the gist, the what. It's hard to solve a problem if you don't know what you're trying to find. Okay, so with algebra, we're going to use an X for the what we're trying to find. Okay? Generally, the gist is in the last sentence. All right? Okay. And then you reread. Annotating is when you underline and you find the important pieces of numbers. And a visual representation, well, what we're going to write is we're going to write an equation. And I'm going to write this form out, and this is what they're all going to look like. There's going to be some kind of number with an X. Okay? Then there's going to be another number, and it's going to equal a total. So all the problems that we're going to work on this week are going to involve this format. There's always going to be something that goes with X. There's going to be an additional amount, and most of these deal with money, and then there's going to be a total. Okay. So using equations to solve problems. So we're going to skip right down to example number 1. Okay. Find the number. That is your gist. So we're going to let X equal the number. Okay. We're going to cross out this first part. And what we're going to do is we're going to write an equation. So there's going to be some number that goes with X. Then you're going to have some other number, and there's going to be a total. This is the format. Okay? So as I read, 3 times a number, that's 3x. That means a 3 is going to go with the x. Increased by 6. 6 goes here, equals 21. Giving us the equation 3x plus 6 equals 21. Okay? Now we solve it just like we've solved all the equations we've done. Okay? So, line down the equal sign. Remember, we always have to get rid of what's not attached, so I'm going to start by subtracting 6 from both sides. 6's are gone. 3x. Alright, sorry about that. Phone call in the middle of lesson. Alright, 21 minus 6 is 15. Okay, then divide by the 3. Hopefully you're not really surprised by that. We've been doing it for the past week and a half or so. And then we get x equals 5. So the number is 5. Okay. And disregard the announcements going on right now. Alright, moving along. This is page 41. We're going to skip page 41. And we're going to start at the top of page 42 with some real word problems. Okay, so here's how we're going to do. Every one of these problems, what we're going to do is we're going to copy down this format. Some number is going to go with x. Plus another number equals a total. All right? So now we're going to read. What is the cost of each, well, cross that word out because I remember there's a typo here. Make that jeans. So what is the cost of each pair of jeans? So x is going to be the jeans. Now we got to go back and we got to read. 3 pairs of jeans. That means the 3 goes with the x. Each costs the same amount. One top that costs $15. 15 goes here. It's not the 1. It's just saying that they bought one top. Total of 150. Remember those words that we talked about? Actually, I still got the sheet right here. Oops, hold on. So there's this sheet here. You may remember that. And we talked about these words. Okay, see the word? Where's the word total? Total means add. Right? So just keep that in mind. All right, so then there's the equation. Okay, this one we'd have to subtract 15 from both sides. We end up with 3x. This becomes 135. Divide 3. And x will equal $45 a pair. Okay. Very good. All right, one more example. Example 4. Okay. How many miles? Okay, so we're going to write this format. You know what I'm going to use? I'm going to use M this time. M for miles. Kind of makes sense. Additional amount equals the total. All right, so as I read, $75 a day plus 5 cents a mile. Okay, so this is where it can get a little bit confusing. Okay, we're looking for miles. How many miles? So, okay, so the 5 cents, would become goes with the M. The 75 is that additional amount, and your total is the 92.40. Okay. So, line down the equal sign, circle the variable, and you'll notice that these all look the same. Okay, 92 minus 75 would be, no, that one I can't do in my head as quick. $17.40. This up, move this over. Divided by 0.05. And we get 348 miles. Right? So when you're working on the practice problems, they're all going to relatively be the same. They're all going to set up the same. So at the top of page 43, I want you to write this down. Some number with x plus a number equals a total. And every one of these equations, you're going to use this. All right. So for recorded lessons, this is Mr. Sims signing off.